Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something different. I've never done anything like this before, but I thought it would be fun and, you know, kind of switch it up a little bit. So we're going to be doing a $50 drugstore makeup look. So all the products that I have here all add up to $50. I think I might be right at the mark. It might be 49, but it's definitely 50 and under. So I actually got inspired to do this video because of Ali Glines. She did a $30 makeup tutorial, which I thought was so fun, so beautiful. I'm sure you guys know who she is. I will link her channel down below. And I was like, oh my god, that's such a good idea. So I tried to do the $30 challenge and I was like, oh my gosh, this is very difficult. And even $50 was so hard for me because you don't really realize when you're doing a full face of drugstore makeup how expensive it actually is. It can be well over $150 to $200 for like an actual full glam if you're using like lashes, lip liner, gloss, all that stuff. So I wanted to really challenge myself to do $50. Now, you'll see in the video, there's a couple of things that I don't have for like, that I would actually use in my makeup routine, but I was still able to make it work for like a really simple, quick and easy makeup look. So that is what we're gonna be doing today. I hope you guys enjoy it. And that is it. I don't have any updates, but I hope you are doing well. Don't forget to grab a snack. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys know the first thing I'm gonna do is fill in my brows. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. brow pencil. I believe this one's in the shade medium dark or medium brown. And today I'm actually not going to fill in my brows with the pomade. I'm just gonna outline and also just fill them in with this pencil because I was just limited with what I could use as far as like brows. For me, like brows are very important, but for this video, I feel like skin was a little bit more important than the brows. But I still love this brow pencil. It's great. And I feel like if you already have really amazing eyebrows, this is a really nice pencil. Like it's definitely doable. It's really creamy, glides on, and I mean it's $2, so it's really, really good. So typically I will go in, outline, and then fill them in, but today I'm just gonna outline the brows just to kind of get the shape going, and then I will go in and just fill in. And my brows probably look a little scruffy today anyways. I really need to get them done. I usually just get them waxed like once a month, and it's long overdue. Kind of just spoolie through them as I go and then just fill them in as I go. So it's very easy. Like if you're on the go and you don't have time to like outline your brows, use a pomade, it's really nice. And I used to not be a big fan of this pencil, but I love it now. Okay, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and clean up the brows. This is obviously optional. I am just gonna use my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Medium Sand. I'm gonna be using this later on my face as well, and typically, obviously I would use a different concealer, but this is doable because it's really creamy and it's a little bit thick. So for cleaning up the brows, it's nice. So I'm just using a flat concealer brush, and I'm just gonna clean them up. I feel like this just really helps to make them look a little bit more precise. Another e.l.f. product, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. You guys know this is my favorite. I'm just gonna blend out that concealer. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids. I promise I have other stuff that's not just e.l.f. but I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, and this one's just in the shade Sheer. It's just a really lightweight eyeshadow primer. So I'm just applying that and then using that same brush just to blend it in. Okay, so today I'm gonna be using this palette for my eyes and for my face later on. This is the LA Girl Spice palette, and I love this because you have so many different shades in here. You have 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight, so it's perfect for traveling. If you're in a rush, you're on the go, you don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna start off with the bright blush. I'm gonna apply that right in the crease. You can also use the bronzer in the crease as well. I do that a lot with a lot of my really basic makeup looks because it just looks so pretty and it looks like you actually tried, but in all reality, you just have a little bit of bronzer in the crease. Every time I do that, I get so many questions like, what eyeshadow are you wearing? And I'm like, girl, it's bronzer. I do that a lot with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but you see how pretty that is? It's just like a really light peach. And if you're like me and you love warm tones, this is like the easiest and most convenient look ever. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush. This one's actually from Royal & Langnickel, which you can find at Walmart. And I'm just gonna buff that right in the crease and all over the lid. Then I'm using a flat concealer brush and I'm gonna dip into the highlight shade. And I'm gonna dip and then spray just so that it really sticks better. And I'm just gonna be taking that on the lid. I'm gonna just kind of pack it on just to add a little bit of light to the eye area. I'm also going to take that same highlight and just pop it right onto the brow bone as well. And later on, I'm also going to take that in the inner corners too. So I am gonna do mascara and falsies. You can obviously just not do falsies and just do mascara, but my lashes are so short and so straight, so I feel like lashes really make a big difference for me. So I'm gonna just go in with my Essence Volume Stylist Curl and Hold Mascara. I'm pretty sure almost all of Essence mascaras are $5 and they're so good. They're very volumizing, some of them are lengthening. So I love this one and I'm gonna just coat my lashes with just a little bit of mascara just so the falsies blend in a little bit better. And even if I curl my lashes, it just doesn't hold a curl. So if you guys have any tips for that, let me know. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump on my lashes. Today I'm gonna be using the Kiss Volume Lashes, and these are in the style Ritzy. They are very natural, very pretty. They're not too long, they're not too wispy, but they just add a little bit of extra oomph to your eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop those on and then I'll be right back and we'll move into the skin. So the lashes are on. I told you guys they are very natural. They're so pretty though. I feel like even for like a no makeup look, I love things like this because it kind of just looks like you just have naturally really beautiful long eyelashes. So what I'm going to do, because I'm extra, I'm gonna do really quick a coat of mascara just to make these a little bit more va-va-voom, because it's just the type of person that I am. And this is a little trick. If you ever have a lash that's maybe super natural and you want to just kind of amp it up a little bit, just add a little bit of mascara and just makes them look a little bit more volumized and long. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so now we can jump into the skin. I actually was not able to fit in a primer here that was like right with the budget. So what I'm gonna do is just use a primer water spray. My skin is already prepped and it feels really good because I just did my usual morning skincare, so it's nice and moisturized. So what I'm gonna do is just go in with my Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. You can use this before and after makeup. I really also love the regular version as well. If you guys don't want the illuminated one, the regular one is really nice, and both of these smell amazing. So I'm gonna just go in and just spray my face. For foundation today, I love the LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wear High Pigment Foundation. I feel like this is such a beautiful foundation if you have oily or combo skin. I actually found this at the Dollar General when I was doing a Dollar General makeup tutorial, and ever since then I have been obsessed with this. So I have mine in the shade Soft Beige. It's really creamy, it's really good coverage, and it just looks good and it lasts a long time. Like, it actually stays matte, but it's not like overly matte. So I'm gonna just pounce this in all over the face. I used way too much. You do not need this much. You see that coverage? It's like, this foundation is like no joke. See how pretty it is? And like, obviously it looks a little bit more like dewy because I use that illuminating spray. I always like to use dewy and matte products. I feel like it just works well with my skin. I don't like an all matte flat look, and I also don't want to look greasy, so I like to kind of just balance everything out. Do you see how easy that just blended into the skin? Like, don't underestimate Family Dollar or Dollar General with their makeup products, because there's like some hidden gems. I mean, this foundation is like bomb. Then I'm gonna hop back into the e.l.f. 16 Hour Wear Camo Concealer, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of this right under my eyes. This color I feel like is a little bit too light, and I usually don't really like a really light color, but we're gonna make it work. Yeah, it's a little too light. Okay, hold on. Let me get a darker shade. Hold on. I'm gonna go in with the shade Tan Sand, just like a little bit, mixing it in so that it kind of all meshes together. And with any extra product on my sponge, I'm just gonna go in and apply it down the bridge of my nose, in between the brows, and around my mouth. Like, how pretty is this combo? I love it. And the e.l.f. concealer is really great coverage, and it doesn't dry out my under eyes or like emphasize anything there, so like I really like it. I'm gonna go in with a smaller concealer brush just to really blend this all in the inner corners and like around those small areas on the face, because I feel like your sponge can only do so much because it is bigger. So then I'm gonna go ahead and set everything with my Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Loose Powder. This one is just in the shade Transparent. I'm pretty sure they only have one color, and it doesn't give you white cast or anything. It's a really nice translucent powder. It is mattifying, so if you have like super dry skin, it might not be ideal. I was going to use the Maybelline loose powder because that one's really great as well, and I feel like that's more like universal for different skin types, but I would have been $1 over the budget. That one is like $6 and this one's only $5, but that one's great too. But this one I love because it's not like overly drying and matte, but it definitely is matte. I'm gonna go ahead and set my brows right now, and I'm gonna use the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. This one is in the shade 02 Brownie Brows. I'm gonna just finish my lower lashes really quick just because it's super simple. So I'm gonna go back into the blush that I was using earlier, and I'm gonna just pop that right on the lower lash line. This brush is a little too big. What am I thinking right now? And then I'm gonna do some of that highlighter shade. I'm just gonna pop that right in the inner corners. Such a pretty like natural highlight. It's not gonna be like really glittery and frosty. It's just like really pretty. Then of course I'm just gonna coat the lower lashes with the same Essence mascara. Essence mascaras usually are really good for me, and I always judge mascaras based on how they look on my lower lashes, because my top, I feel like they are so short. Like my bottom lashes are literally longer than my top lashes. It's so weird. I'm gonna use a big bronzer brush. This one's from BH. It's the number 2 from their Marble collection, and I'm just gonna be taking the bronzer from the same LA Girl palette. We're gonna be using this a lot, and I'm just gonna bronze the skin. This bronzer is very warm, and it has a little bit of red tones in it, so just be careful with it because it is very pigmented, so a little bit definitely does go a long way. For blush, I'm going to use a ColourPop brush. This one is the F14, and I'm going to just mix the two blushes. Again, be very light-handed with these. They are very pigmented, just for a little bit of a wash of color. So pretty. And then last but not least, I'm going to take that highlighter once again. And I'm going to just pop that right on the tops of the cheekbones. It's definitely one of those highlighters where it starts out very natural, but you can build it up. And if you want it to be even more intense, you can always spray your brush and then apply it. And it's like, bam, I'll show you what it looks like. See, so it just gives it a little bit more of a pop. It's not chunky or anything, like it's a very smooth formula, which I personally really like. And I like how versatile it is. So like if you want it to be a little bit more natural, you can. If you want it to be more intense, you can do that too. So that's obviously a lot. I'm gonna blend that in, don't worry. And I'm just gonna go in, kind of just blend out that highlight a little bit just so that it looks nice and seamless. And I'm just using the same sponge. I kind of wiped away the powder a little bit with a washcloth. I always have a ton of these like washcloths here everywhere when I film because they come in handy, and I just get them at like Walmart. You can get them at like the dollar store. I don't know which color I want to do. This one's a little bit more pinky and this one's a little bit more mauve-y tone. I don't want something too pink. Okay, let's go in with the Essence Color Boost Matte About Matte Liquid Lipsticks. So I have two shades here. I have this shade Mad Matters and I Love You Me Neither. I think I'm gonna do I Love You Me Neither, which is the lighter color. I would, of course, typically use a lip liner, but that's okay. You can still work with it. And then I'm gonna go in once again with my Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. So that officially completes this look. What do you guys think? I personally really love this look. Obviously, if I had a little bit of a higher budget, I would have just changed the lip color a little bit just to make it a little bit more brown. But regardless, I love this look. I think it's very pretty, it's glowy, it's very easy to achieve. If you're not talking a bunch like me, you can honestly get this done in like 20 minutes. I know that it looks like kind of glam, but it's very easy. You're using minimal makeup products. I mean, obviously there's still a lot of products, but compared to like a full glam, this is minimal, at least in my eyes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming this and kind of finding the products in my collection. I mean, there's some drugstore products that are really good and then you're like, wait, this is $15, $16. So I liked being able to look through the really, really affordable makeup that still works really well to achieve this look. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for everything. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and turn on your post notifications. That way you get notified every time I upload a brand new video, which is 3 times a week. So that is it. Thanks for everything. I love you all and I'll see you soon. Bye.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights.